This is a cactus skeleton. No, for real, this was once inside of a giant cactus, and it's gonna be the next piece on our map. Their bones are their money. Up next, it's the great state of Arizona, which I'm going to be making out of a piece of wood from the saguaro, Carnegie gigantea. I am, of course, really excited about this one. If you caught the official state tree map, Arizona was made out of a piece of wood from the Palo Verde tree, which was a really great choice for Arizona. So hey, congrats Arizona, it's 2 straight, unique, and interesting choices for you on these maps. Okay, the saguaro. This famous cactus grows to enormous tree-like heights, reaching as much as over 50 feet tall, and also has a relatively long lifespan for a cactus, often reaching 150 to 200 years. So why does it look like I'm working with wood and not, green cactus stuff? Well, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, inside of a saguaro you'll find ribs or an internal skeleton of wood, which helps to support the massive size and weight of these giants. In the first stages of their life, a saguaro utilizes a nurse tree. Seedlings establish and grow next to Palo Verdes, ironwoods, mesquites, and other desert species. This helps protect them from extreme temperatures and being trampled on by animals, as well as accessing moisture in the soil. Once the cactus reaches maturity, the nurse tree often dies. And one of the biggest threats to the future of the saguaro today is climate change threatening these species of nurse trees, without which the cactus can't propagate and survive. A saguaro starts as a single column, and then after reaching 75 to 100 years old, they'll often grow their first branch or arm, a characteristic feature. They can continue to grow additional arms throughout their life, with some having over 50 of them, and one notable specimen growing 78, although some remain a single pillar their entire lives. They're designed to be able to suck up and store as much water as possible whenever rain falls. Their pleats allow them to accommodate huge influxes of water, expanding like an accordion, and a single plant can hold up to 200 gallons of water. That makes these things crazy heavy. They can weigh as much as 90 pounds for each foot of its main trunk, and a fully hydrated mature specimen can weigh anywhere from 3,200 to 4,800 pounds, which is why, of course, this woody skeleton is so important. A towering saguaro with its many arms strikes an iconic figure and has long been claimed in iconography across the American Southwest. But its native range is actually quite narrow, consisting of basically the Sonoran Desert in Arizona and Mexico, where it's a keystone species. Over 100 species of plants, reptiles, insects, and mammals utilize a part of it for either food or shelter. Their showy blossoms, which typically grow at the top of each stem, provide a lot of nectar and pollen. Their fruit and seeds are also a crucial food source in the desert. For the desert white-winged dove, for example, the fruit makes up 60% of their diet. They're also an important source of shelter, with many species of birds creating large holes and cavities in the upper limbs of the cactus to make nests. The saguaro is also a crucially important plant to the native people of its range. The Tana Odom, Pima, and Seri people all use every part of the plant. Using a tool constructed from saguaro ribs, the fruit is harvested in June and used to make a variety of products, particularly jams, syrups, and notably a ceremonial wine, which is used to celebrate the new year. The many seeds found inside the fruit can be ground into a flour or pressed for oils. Saguaro ribs are also heavily used in construction, especially for fence posts. Harming or vandalizing a saguaro, such as shooting them, a practice known as plugging, is illegal by state law in Arizona. And in an infamous incident in 1982, a man named David Grundom was killed while shooting at a saguaro with a shotgun when one of its arms, weighing 500 pounds, fell on top of him. A special permit is required to remove or destroy any saguaros when building houses or highways, though there are exceptions and general understandings to this. A private landowner whose property is under 10 acres may remove one if it's in a hazardous location or if it comes down in a storm. Perhaps the best place to explore these magnificent plants is Saguaro National Park, just outside of Tucson, Arizona, which was established in 1994 and consists of 92,000 acres of protected land. Since 1990, the number of saguaros in the park has nearly doubled, from an estimated 1.15 million to 2 million in 2020. So, you know where to go if you want to wave hello to a saguaro, maybe even give it a metaphorical high five, not an actual one. Don't try to high-five a saguaro. In fact, I'm hoping to get down there sometime myself here soon, and if I do, stay tuned. You can definitely expect some saguaro fruit syrup content from me then. This was a really fun episode for me, and what we have here is an awesome-looking piece of wood. I mean, all these holes, and I think I maybe even spot a little bit of cactus chatoyancy. Huge thanks to the amazing viewer who sent it my way. A truly unique and interesting addition to the map. It looks right at home up there. So let me know in the comments if you've ever had a chance to see a saguaro in person, and as always, let me know which state and or tree or other plant with a woody skeleton inside I should do next.